Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know where the hell we are and how the hell we got here?
Well, we just finished up with Lamentations Chapter 3.
We sure as fuck did.
And in that chapter, we read about a really shitty dickhead of a god who was, causing despair and wrong paths and all kinds of shit. And I thought early on that we were hearing from the city of Jerusalem as a poetry type lament type deal. Right?
But no, it was Jeremiah.
It was more of Jeremiah's belly aching about not being liked by the people in Jerusalem and how he wants God to kill them all. Because,
Because retribution.
Right. And that's what we use gods for, as personal revenge stories.
Mm-hmm. If it's not vengeance, it's not love.
Anyway, that was Lamentations Chapter 3.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Lamentations Chapter 4.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, Lamentations Chapter 4.
Okay.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
How the gold has lost its luster. The fine gold become dull.
You should polish it. You should do something with it. Don't just let it sit there and not get, polished.
It makes me think of how the turns have tabled. The bloom is off the motherfucking rose.
Right.
The sacred gems are scattered at every street corner.
Man, I need to find this city.
Well,
I need to find this place.
I don't think it's good. I know.
It's bad.
Scattered because it's, knocked over and sacked.
Right.
How the precious children of Zion, once worth their weight in gold, are now considered as pots of clay, the work of a potter's hands. Even jackals offer their breasticles to nurse their young. Their breastises.
Breasts.
Their breasts.
Okay.
I like breasticles. But my people have become heartless like ostriches in the desert.
Are ostriches heartless?
Are they in the desert?
I mean, maybe. I don't know much about ostriches.
I don't either. All I know is that whole
they stick their head in the ground, which, would be easier if there's sand, I suppose,
Yeah,
so that would make some sense.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right. But are they heartless?
I don't think so.
I think
Why would they be heartless?
They have a cardiovascular system.
What's wrong with ostriches?
I mean, do they nurse their young? Jackals do. It says even jackals offer their breasts to nurse their young, but my people have become heartless. like ostriches in the desert. Maybe ostriches don't nurse their young, and that's what makes them heartless.
Maybe. I don't know. I wonder about that comparison, though.
Yeah, I hope
it's just weird.
I hope that when we do our end of the entire 5-chapter book Q&A wrap
dive
up
into ostriches.
I'm hoping that we get some cleared up.
Right.
Because of thirst, the infant's tongue sticks to the roof of its mouth. This is gross. I hate it.
Yeah.
The children beg for bread, but no one gives it to them. Those who once ate delicacies are destitute in the streets.
Oh, man.
Those brought up in royal purple now lie on ash heaps.
Remember, wasn't it purple? It was like it was a harder color to come by or something like that. Didn't we do something like some research on that at one point?
Yeah, and it's also like the color of royalty and stuff.
Right.
Because it's harder to come by.
Yeah.
So wearing it displayed how
riches and, prominence and all that.
Yeah. So they had purple, but now they're just dead.
Right.
And they might still be in purple, but they're still dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
The punishment of my people is greater than that of Sodom, which was overthrown in a moment without a hand turned to help her. How is that worse then?
I don't know.
The other fucking city, wasn't it?
I mean, this is like a slow death, right? So like they're talking about starving and thirst and all this stuff. Like
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be worse.
Right.
Okay, I'm with you. Their princes were brighter than snow and whiter than milk. Their bodies more ruddy than rubies. Their appearance like lapis lazuli. But now they are blacker than soot. They are not recognized in the streets. Their skin has shriveled on their bones. It has become as dry as a stick. Those killed by the sword are better off than those who die of famine. Racked with hunger, they waste away for lack of food from the field. With their own hands, compassionate women have cooked their own children, who became their food when my people were destroyed. Can we just not, please?
Well, I don't, like the part that this whole bit right here, right, is God is telling us that he's okay with literal torture of his people.
His children.
And yeah, like
babies and children.
Babies are dying because of him. And not just dying, but dying at their mother's hands because they're starving to death that much that kind of thing happens. And that is absolutely horrendous.
That's unforgivable.
Yeah.
I cannot truck with this.
No, this is not any God that is worth worshiping. This is a God that is worth,
Look, I don't care what the fuck these people did. Children and babies do not deserve to die like this.
Right.
So I don't care that they disrespected him. I don't care.
Right.
I literally don't care. Like,
right.
I cannot say that enough.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Get over it.
I agree.
The Lord has given full vent to his wrath. Yeah, he has. He has poured out his fierce anger. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He kindled a fire in Zion that consumed her foundations. The kings of the earth did not believe, nor did any of the peoples of the world, that enemies and foes could enter the gates of Jerusalem.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm still back a few lines and just that was not what I wanted to read.
Right.
Really sorry.
Yeah.
But it happened because of the sins of her prophets and the iniquities of her priests who shed within her the blood of the righteousness. Okay. Now they grope through the street. I can't even get into this. I can't even... I can't think about what it's trying to tell me.
Well, because there's no reason for this. There's no justification for this. There is no God should have ever done anything like this to anybody, no matter what. And I mean, this is an entire group of people, right, that they're saying that God is okay doing this to. And this is the worst of what you could imagine for humanity. And that's just not acceptable.
This whole chapter to me is whatever the rest of it says, I'm blah, 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 whatever. Because I don't care. Because why should I?
Right.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I know this is not our normal how we do this. I'm just I'm really disturbed. And this is my initial reaction. And this is pissing me off that Why is this here? Why is this something that is part of a book that we revere? Why is this okay to be in libraries, but other books aren't?
Right.
You know, why is this book revered? I don't understand when there's shit like this happening, you know? Like, I want to go to every school board meeting, every library board meeting where the fucking town hall is up in arms, and I just want to read the worst bits of this fucking book and be like, now tell me that this book should be banned. Well, it's the Bible. Did you fucking know that? Did you read your own goddamn book?
But the part that is, to me, like, you know, we're having all this trouble in our country right now with regard to Christian nationalism and this whole revitalization of Christianity as a whole in our country, and it taking forms in our government and our laws and all this other kind of shit, right? And it's not a surprise to me that these people are the shittiest of the shitty after reading some of this stuff. Like, I mean, if you can believe that your God is good and your God did this, then there is no redeeming quality about you.
Because if you're okay with this having been done, then you're going to be okay with any number of people having harm upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can justify this, you can justify any of your shitty behavior.
Right. And you're essentially like, I don't give a fuck about the New Testament, right? This is still your God. If you're a Christian, this is still your God. Your God did this.
Yeah.
Your God allowed these things to happen to his people because he was pissed off that they didn't worship him correctly.
Or enough.
That is what happened here.
So he said, fuck you, die, eat your babies.
Right.
Honestly. Like, what? Do you hear yourself? Do you literally hear yourself saying that it is okay that God said, you did me wrong, you didn't pray enough, so eat your babies?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And we're still supposed to come back and you know, bow before you and love you as a God after knowing that you allowed for things like this to happen.
This whole chapter can just go fuck itself, and this book can follow the rest of it. All right, I'm going to try to get myself under control. I'm very sorry. I just, like, if I didn't stop and do that little rant for a minute, then the whole rest of the chapter, I was just going to be blah, 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 blah. And nothing was going into my head because I just couldn't get past.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to pay attention now.
Got it.
Okay. Now they grope through the streets as if they were blind. They are so defiled with blood that no one dares to touch their garments. Go away, you are unclean, people cry to them. Away, away, don't touch us. When they flee and wander about, people among the nations say, they can stay here no longer. No, I think people among the nations are in their own nation. And I think that they are not worried about people in other nations. Am I wrong?
But these people are now in exile, right? Like they're being exiled to other countries.
Okay.
Or these are the remnants of that country leaving their country, trying to find refuge in another neighboring land or whatever. And these people are like, no, stay away from us.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't honestly know exactly what's happening, but I mean, it sounds like they're in other lands, not their own at this point.
Okay.
They're the worst of the worst, and they're not seen as good, and they're starving and dying. So
got it. And their God has forsaken them. So,
right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
The Lord himself has scattered them. Yeah, because he's a dick. He no longer watches over them. I mean, that says it all. He got mad, and so he said, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of God does that? A petty piece of shit one is what?
Yep.
The priests are shown no honor, the elders no favor. Moreover, our eyes failed, looking in vain for help. From our towers, we watched for a nation that could not save us. People stalked us at every step, so we could not walk in our streets. Our end was near, our days were numbered, for our end had come. Our pursuers were swifter than eagles in the sky. They chased us over the mountains and lay in wait for us in the desert. I mean, I'm very sorry that these people got attacked and that their city got sacked by Babylon, and, that that they're dying. Like, that sucks.
Yeah,
I hate
for
that
sure.
for them.
For sure.
And I hate everything that has happened to them.
Right.
But I don't understand why they're still, like, following this God then.
I don't either. I mean, like, that's my biggest hang up about all this.
I'm like, make it make sense. You're literally writing down, this is how we felt. This is what happened to us. And our God was so mad at us that he was a petty little bitch and pissed all over us.
Their belief is so strong, apparently, or their self-hate is so strong, I'm not sure which, that they are willing to endure multi-generational trauma in order to continue to have this identity under this God and think that it will at some point save them or something. So I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. I think that even if gods did exist, which they don't,
Right.
Even if gods did exist and they allowed this to happen, I don't think that they deserve any respect or any of my time or energy. You know, like, this is beyond bad.
I'm just at the point where, like, okay, gods don't exist, right? Given. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
But these people believe that gods do exist, and they are still choosing after their God has left them, and they're like, God hates us now. And they're like, but we're going to love him anyway. Like, why?
Well,
why?
let me ask you this. You know, let's take our current state, right, of Republican bullshittery that's going on, right?
Okay.
And let's look at how the Republicans generally treat their lower class people in their group.
Constituents.
They're not doing things to help those groups. They're doing things to actually harm those groups.
Right.
And yet those people still love them because they're pitching this greater story of redemption and I don't know. It's the whole American dream arc, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, totally. But the thing is, this book is this people's history. They're like, God hates us and is mean and is making us do this, but we still love him. Like, that's not what the Republican constituents are saying. They're not saying they're being mean to us, those Republicans in power, but we still love them. They're not saying that. They literally believe that the Republicans are somehow going to save them and that the Democrats are eating their babies.
Right. No, I agree. But what I'm getting at, I think, is that the ability to narrate a story so that other people believe that end result is the one that they want to work toward is not as difficult as one might think. Like, it's if you have the microphone, if you have the attention of the crowd, you can sway those ideas in that crowd in ways that you wouldn't really think you could, because it's more if you pitch a message enough, and we just talked about this tonight.
Yeah.
Something I saw is that, you know, there was something the KGB did back in like the 60s, I think. Don't quote me on this or anything like that. But they spent time inundating people with to basically bad news or making people think that this was the way things were. And after a time, people just start to believe it and they take it as fact. So if you pitch a message hard enough, long enough, and strong enough, you can make people believe whatever you want to in a large group. I'm not saying everybody.
Right.
And there's always going to be detractors. There's always going to be people that stand out. But I mean, you can sway the general public and their point of view as to what they should and do believe.
That speaks so ill of humanity as a whole, that we're so easily misled and, you know, beguiled.
Well, but on a grander sense, does it not behoove us to not all be individualistic, right? Like we need people that are going to work towards a collective idea of what society is, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not excusing them. I'm just saying that I think even just the way we are built is meant to follow and not lead much of the time.
So it's the bad faith parties that do the misleading that are the problem.
For sure.
This is why we can't have nice things. The Lord's anointed, our very life breath, was caught in their traps. We thought that under his shadow we would live among the nations. Rejoice and be glad, daughter Edom, you who live in the land of Uz. But to you also the cup will be passed. You will be drunk and stripped naked. Your punishment will end, daughter Zion. He will not prolong your exile, but he will punish your sin, daughter Edom, and expose your wickedness. The end.
Okay. That was a really, really depressing chapter.
It was the worst.
Yeah. I
will probably have bad dreams tonight. So thanks for that, Bible.
Right. Yeah. I don't really have much else to add. I think I covered most of what I wanted to say throughout there. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about before we get out of here?
God's a dick and fuck Republicans.
I think that about sums it up.
All right.
So that was Lamentations Chapter 4.
Sure as fuck was.
And I think that we're going to be doing another chapter today. So like this will release at 6 in the morning Eastern. And then I think wife and I are going to be doing another chapter today yet because we want to try to wrap up Lamentations
over the weekend. Yeah. So like we're making this a 1 week and done type deal. Yeah.
So that we can move on into the next book after that. So be on the lookout for a chapter later today, and then this weekend will be filled with all the
the extra bonuses, and then Monday, hopefully, if we're on track, we'll start Ezekiel.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Well, we will see you guys then.
All right. Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end.
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.